Zohran Mamdani is possibly going to be the mayor of New York City. He's a card-carrying communist and a jihadist in sheep's clothing. Also, he's a sociopath. Here he is, trying to mimic human emotion. Let's watch.
That say the only good Muslim is a dead Muslim. I get threats on my life. On the people that I love.
The people that I love.
Try not to talk about it. Because the function of racism, as Toni Morrison said, is distraction. My focus is
Welcome to
on making this a city that's affordable. On making this a city that every New Yorker.
I'm so sad and I'm crying about racism, but like also what Toni Morrison said about me becoming mayor. Oh man, vote for me, dude.
Sees themselves in. And it takes a toll. Because this is a city that every single person deserves to be in. It's a city that we all belong to.
Look, I'm sorry. I know you're supposed to be like, yeah, men should cry. But I don't want some fucking loser, sobbing soy boy to be mayor of the largest city in New York, in the United States. Like, are you kidding me? What, are you gonna cry when something happens? If another 9/11 happens, are you gonna start crying?
And the thing that's made me proudest in this campaign, I get messages that
yeah, to be very clear, these are the worst crocodile tears that I've ever seen in my life. This guy is a con artist. This guy is a fake. No one believes his act. No one thinks this is real. If anyone's falling for this, it's all the overweight white liberal women that are voting for him, that are literally voting for their own demise. It's absolutely insane. This guy is a fraud, dude. Oh my god, dude. Oh boy. Yeah, please. Give me a break. This guy is a fraud. This guy is a loser. This guy cannot get anywhere near power. So the question is, who's voting for this dude? Like, who are the type of people that are voting for Zohran Mamdani? Who could it be? Who are these folks?
Let me ask you, do you think socialism is going to work in New York City?
Yes.
Why?
What is your definition of socialism?
Zohran Mamdani's socialism. Do you think if he wins, New York will be a better city?
Oh, definitely.
What do you think he's going to do that's going to make it better?
Lower rents?
He's going to fix rents. Do you think that might have a negative effect possibly? Or
Probably could, but my material conditions would be better. So I'm voting for what would help me.
Where else has...
By the way, Zohran Mamdani said it during the most recent debate that he is not going to lower rents or freeze rents for the vast majority of New Yorkers. He stated that he's only going to be doing it for about 25% of all New Yorkers. And it's not even his own idea. This is an idea that he is rehashing.
Socialism work that you want to emulate?
Vietnam.
You think New York City, if it was more like Vietnam, is it actually a communist country?
I would say Vietnam, China. See, New York is a very dense city. Therefore, we have to look at Asia, who is doing better at density than we are here. So these roads are horrible. The trains, not that great here. All of those things are so much better in most Asian countries.
Do you think one of...
Holy shit, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, this person has no clue what they're talking about whatsoever. I mean, unfortunately, these are the kind of people that can vote and have a say in Zohran Mamdani becoming mayor.
His critiques against him is that rich people are going to leave New York if their taxes go up. Are you worried about that?
No, I don't think so.
You think they'll just stay here and keep getting taxed more? Or you think they'll leave to like Florida or Texas possibly?
Florida's going to be underwater because of climate change, and Texas already has natural disasters, so no.
The reason why I think that rich people are just gonna stay here and take being the The reason why she thinks that rich people are going to stay in New York City and just allow themselves to be robbed of all their wealth is because of climate change, by the way. Oh yeah, Florida's going to be underwater and Texas has natural disasters. That's what Al Gore said. So yeah, definitely they have to stay in New York. I'm sorry, just really quickly, isn't New York City like a coastal city too? Wouldn't, if there's climate change is happening, wouldn't New York also be underwater if that was the case? Do these people even think before they say things, or is it just absolute nonsense filling their brain? It's crazy, man. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely crazy. But, you know, these are the people that are voting. So the question is then, who is Zohran Mamdani? Where does he come from? What does he want? Let's, I don't know. Let's hear from his father. This is Zohran Mamdani's father. Let's check it out.
America is the genesis of what we call settler colonialism. And the American model was exported all around the world. Abraham Lincoln generalized the solution of reservations. They herded American Indians into separate territories. For the Nazis, this was the inspiration. Hitler realized two things. One, that genocide was doable. It is possible to do genocide. That's what Hitler realized. Second thing Hitler realized is that you don't have to have a common citizenship. You can differentiate between people. The Nuremberg laws were patterned after American laws. Anyway, the US put Indians in reservations. The US invented the model.
Yeah, so this is Zohran Mamdani's father, who thinks the same way that he does. He hates America. He wants to change America into what they believe it should be. They're guests in this country, and they want to change what it means to be an American to fit their communist ideology, which has hatred for every single foundation, every single thing that makes America what it is. These people are not trying to integrate. They're trying to take over and destroy. That is the bottom line. Also, Zohran Mamdani. Here's the thing. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't have a clue at all. His policies are wrapped in this idealistic sort of veneer that really keeps you from understanding how he's even going to accomplish anything. Here's his thought process on how to make New York City safer.
You have a fare box on a bus, it increases a site of tension, of conflict, of assaults. When you remove that fare box, rather, what you find is a safer experience, not just for the riders, but also for the operators.
He's literally saying, hey man, how are we gonna make buses safer? You know, like, we just like give people free things, like, it will totally be safer, you know, like, yeah, just give them free buses so that now taxpayers, working men and women, have to sit right next to the crackheads who get to ride on the buses for free. That will certainly solve all of our policing issues. Just have the crackheads come along with you. Give them all the free shit. If you give people enough free shit, that will certainly placate them, right? It's absolute insanity. Every single thing he says is absolute insanity. Let's listen to some of the people who are voting for Zohran Mamdani. We got more people talking about Zohran.
What do you think of Zohran Mamdani?
I'm a really big fan. I'll be voting for him this November. I'm a really big fan of his policies on freezing the rent and having free buses. Yeah, I'm really excited about his candidate.
Are you also a democratic socialist?
That wouldn't necessarily be how I'd categorize myself, but I do support democratic socialism. I align myself a little further to the left than that.
Oh, further to the left?
Yeah.
Are you a communist?
Yeah, I am. I would say I'm a communist.
And what does that involve?
To me, I feel like communism involves, well, my view of communism involves also dissolution of the state in general, being about how we could bring back services to the people taking control of their own wages, stuff like that.
I like him.
Why?
People like taking control of their own wages and stuff like that. She has no fucking idea what she's talking about whatsoever. Her mind is filled with absolute nonsense propaganda that told her that communism is a good thing. She is in for a rude awakening.
I like his ideas. I like his personality. I think he says what he believes, and we need that. He's got a lot of energy. I think he's honest, and I support him a lot.
He said one controversial statement recently about wanting to tax richer white neighborhoods. Have you heard of this?
I haven't heard that, but I have no problem with that. I think we need to raise taxes on people who are better off and provide more social services. People should have enough to eat, and they should be able to find places where they can afford to live.
What's the incentive to do anything in life or to work harder if they're just going to take your money and give it to someone that's not doing anything with their life? I personally don't want to pay for a fucking loser crackhead on the street who's literally deciding to be homeless, deciding not to do anything with their life. Why would I want to do that? Why would I ever work harder? Why would I ever become a better person if I know that all my money, everything I make is just going to go to someone who is just getting everything for free?
But the word white seems odd to some people, just specifying the race.
Okay, so it's odd to some people.
Or racist even. Not to you?
Not to me.
Do you support...
How is it not racist? How is it not racist to specifically say that they're going to take money from white people and give it to other people? How is that not racist? How do you not see this?
Zohran Mamdani?
I'm not. The reason is that he somehow doing the worst thing to Israel, and he's not capable to run this city. It's too big on him. Democrat people are not seeing Israel as a friend, as they see them as a threat to democracy.
What do you think of Zohran Mamdani?
He does not speak what he feels. He's telling you what you want to hear. He will bring Sharia law. Well, yeah, he's a jihadist in sheep's clothing, very clearly. It's part of their teachings in order to lie to people, in order to maintain control, to gain control, and then to enact Sharia law. He literally is refusing to disavow globalizing the Intifada. He's literally campaigning with people that are involved with 9/11, campaigning with people that fund Hamas, which is a radical Islamic terrorist group. That's the kind of person he is. He's telling you to your face what he is doing, what he thinks, what he wants to do, and people don't want to listen. And the way that he gets away with this, mind you, by the way, is that when anyone brings up these issues, he will mask it all under a guise of, oh, poor me, racism.
Cuomo laugh and agree when a radio show host said that I would cheer another 9/11. When I listened to the current mayor of this city explaining his decision to endorse Andrew Cuomo as a decision to ensure that New York City does not become Europe, that we do not leave it to violent extremists who burn churches in Nigeria. When I listen to all of this and then turn on TV and see ads that have the words of terrorism and jihad on top of my face that not only mock the way that I eat, but are all intended to terrify New Yorkers as to the prospect of having a Muslim mayor.
You should be mocked for the way you eat. If you use your hands, if you get your saliva all in your mouth and then put it like into a thing of rice like that, that's backwards. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what to tell you. That's backwards. Like, use a knife and fork, use a spoon. You're in America. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you should mock that. That's backwards. That's wrong.
I decided that it was simply too much. It was too much to think of these as the acts of desperate men looking to salvage the little power that they still had. It was, in fact, a reflection of Islamophobia within our political system that has become so endemic that when we hear it, we do not know from which party it comes. We just know that it is a fact of life in our city's politics. And amidst all of this, the focus of so many is just how much bigotry they can engage in.
Yeah, but there are genuine concerns with Zohran Mamdani, and he wants you to ignore all those concerns under the guise of, oh, it's all Islamophobia. Oh, it's all just they hate Muslims. But there are very legitimate concerns where his allegiances lie and the kind of things he says. That is a very serious concern. And it also is a very serious concern seeing what radical Islamic doctrine, ideology has done to the rest of the world. There have been many places all over the world that have been taken over by radical Islam. That is not something that did not happen, something that they're making up. That is the truth. Okay? And this guy, he is a liar. The bottom line is he is a liar. He is a con artist. He is someone that will pretend to be anything he needs to be in order to get what he wants. Here's some examples.
Socialism.
This is Zohran Mamdani. He's running for mayor of New York and currently polling second. Here's what he normally sounds like.
We gather tonight in the wealthiest city, in the wealthiest country, in the history of the world.
But in an interview in South Africa, he sounded a little different.
I actually created a playlist for Mira, who also happens to be my mother. Nepotism and hard work goes a long way.
And in an interview with the Turkish American.
By the way, I love this argument right here about why do you mock how he eats? You ever had a burger? Do you eat that with a knife and fork? I love that. And it really emphasizes that the vast majority of leftist dialogue is just pretending that they don't know what the hell you're talking about and they don't know what's going on. Are you stupid? I'm sorry. Are you dumb? Like, do you really want me to explain the difference between eating a burger and putting your hands into a bowl of rice, sucking on your fingertips, and then putting it back in there and then doing this? Are you a child? Are you some sort of space alien that doesn't get the simple concept of how that's different? Or are you just merely pretending that you don't? So it's in order you can have this argument with me. Please, give me a fucking break.
In podcast, Mamdani sounded different again.
I'll be honest with you, Brother Mansoom, is that at this point, not many people are thinking about it.
And here is Zohran during his rapper days.
You know, it would have been here earlier, but worldwide tour is a worldwide tour is a worldwide tour. As in, you can't
celebrity things.
You can't just stop it.
I do a deep dive into Zohran Mamdani and his changing accents for the free press. Read it at thefp.com.
I mean, the reason why we're showing that is to show that he's a chameleon. He's a snake. He will change his way of speaking, the way he acts, the way he says to fit in and to do and to get what he wants. When he wanted to be a rapper, he pretended to be one way. When he wants to take over New York, he pretends to be another. He's not real. He's not an honest person. He is lying to you. He's been lying to you, and he'll continue lying to you so he can maintain and get power in New York City. That's the bottom line. And to what end? I don't know. But if you look at his allegiances, you'll see that he is hanging around with people that fund Hamas, a radical Islamic terrorist group. He is hanging around with people that were involved in the 9/11 bombing. He refuses to disavow globalized intifada. I'm sorry. And when talked about 9/11, you know what he said? Oh, 9/11 was so bad because my family and we got racism. They were Islamophobic. It was so terrible. Yeah, really? Do you think the 3,000 people that got murdered by radical Islamic terrorists were concerned about your family had a little bit of racism? Like, please, like, what is wrong with you? How is everything about yourself? How are you so selfish? How are you so self-absorbed? What is wrong with you? Not to mention that this man is from Uganda. He's a dual citizen of Uganda, a place where they regularly murder gay people as government policy, yet refuses to disavow his citizenship to Uganda. He just got citizenship here 7 years ago. He's from multi-millionaire parents on both sides. okay? Yet never had an actual legitimate job until his mid-30s. He is also now incredibly rich, and yet he still lives in a rent-stabilized apartment. He takes that from others. When questioned about his ideas for being the mayor, he was incapable of even taking a position during the most recent debates. He was asked by Silwa and Cuomo about specifically what his opinions were on very specific policy. He was incapable of articulating anything involving his policy whatsoever. He completely works upon the premise of being, oh, I'm communism, man. We're going to give you all free things. We're going to give you free rent. We're going to give you all this free shit. Here's the thing, is that when specifically asked about how he was going to lower rents, how he was going to freeze rents, all these things, it then came out that not everyone's rent's going to be stabilized. Not everyone's rent's going to be frozen whatsoever. You know what they said? Only 25% of people were going to have their rent removed. Also, when asked about how he's going to make buses free, free government stores, all these things, all this stuff, when asked about how he's going to do that, specifically, he said that they were going to raise taxes by $9 billion. $9 billion. Where are they going to get that $9 billion from? Where? Where do you think? Oh, they're going to take it from white people. Specifically, he said they're going to take money from white people. That's racist. That's insane. And that is non-American. This person hates America. He specifically went up to statues of American icons and gave them the middle finger. He specifically said he wants to remake America into his image. I'm sorry, but I don't want a Ugandan coming into here, a Ugandan communist coming into America who's only been a citizen for 7 years, saying that he knows what's best in America, that he can dictate what it means to be an American. No fucking way. No way ever will that happen. He is dangerous. He is a snake. He is a wolf in sheep's clothing. I'm sorry, but he can never be mayor of the largest city in the United States of America. That is disgusting. He is a disgusting animal. You can get nowhere close to it. It will be a disaster. Just so you're aware, an absolute fucking disaster.